ओम आप्यायन्तु ममांगानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलम् इन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते उपनिषत्सु धर्मा ते मयि सन्तु ओम शांति शांति शांति. In the study of Chandogya Upanishad, last time we studied the third and fourth mantra of the 14th section called Shandilya Vidya of the third chapter. There arose a beautiful point there, and Shankaracharya has clearly distinguished the semi-realization or like realization described here with the actual realization described in the 6th chapter. But therein a new issue has arisen, because Shankaracharya says here the exact identity is not mentioned. A little difference is shown between the sadhak and his goal, the Brahman. So this is not actual identity, this is only a unity. While in the 6th chapter, no difference is kept. Total identity has been shown. There, the doubt comes in the mind that there also it is said that Acharyavan Purusho Veda Tasya Tavadeva Chiram Yatha Sampatse. There also the difference is shown in the sense of time, that when he gets a correct teacher, he realizes, but that much time remains. When he dies, then only he really goes back to Brahman. The common thing is that he will not be born again, but in this life, he has to remain with that body till his prarabdha is exhausted. Now, this issue is very, very important, and I want to thresh out here at this point, what is this fellow called prarabdha karma, and who has to suffer and who has not to suffer. Therefore, the best treatment about prarabdha karma, jivan mukti, who suffers, who does not suffer, the great Shankaracharya has discussed at very great length in his famous book Viveka Chudamani. Nowhere else I have found such a detailed and exact description of the concept of jivan mukti, of the concept of prarabdha karma, of the concept of who has to suffer and who has not to suffer. So I thought it best to discuss it here in this Chandogya class. So now I brought the book. Those who have today, they might not be expected to bring, but later on they should go through. I would go back to, now the shloka sankhya will differ a little here and there, but this Nikhilanji's translation in the shloka 408, 9 and 10. In the shloka 408, 9 and 10, the Nirvikalpa Samadhi experience has been described as much as it is possible. And I would like to start from there. Even where to start? Leading there. Oh. Even from 371. How he reaches that state is described. Anyway, let us start from there. 411. You can please go through from 371. But in the class here, I will take up from 411. विलोकयात्मानमखण्ड वैभवम् विच्छिन्दि समाहितान्तःकरणे स्वरूपे विलोकयात्मानमखण्ड वैभवम् विच्छिन्दि बन्धम् भवगन्धगन्धितम् यत्नेन पुंस्तम् सफलीकुरुष्व. So here something to be done is described. With the mind restrained in samadhi, behold in thyself the Atman of infinite glory, cut off thy bondage, strengthened by the impressions of previous births, and carefully attain the consummation of thy birth as a human being. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam Satchidanandam Advayam Bhavayatmanam Atmastam Na Bhuya Kalpase Dvane. Meditate on the Atman which resides in thee, which is devoid of all limiting adjuncts, the existence, knowledge, bliss absolute, the one without a second, and thou shalt no more come under the round of births and deaths. Chayeva punsa paridrishyamana abhasa rupena kala phalanubhutya sharira marachavavan nirastam punarna sandatta idam mahatma. So all this is only, he will not get next birth. After the body has once been cast off to a distance like a corpse, the sage never more attaches himself to it, though it is visible as an appearance. Like the shadow of a man owing to the experience of the effects of past deeds. So body is seen, but he has no connection with the body. That is the state of Jivan Mukti. He has a body. People see he has a body, but he has no connection with that. Satata Vimala Bodhananda Rupam Sametya Tejo Jalamala Rupo Padimetam Sudure Asa Punaravinayisha Smaryatam Vantavastu Smarana Vishaya Bhutam Kalpate Kutsanaya. But this is all. He should behave like that, realizing the Atman, the eternal, pure knowledge and bliss, throw far away. So do this, do that is still going on. Throw far away this limitation of a body, which is inert and filthy by nature. Then remember it no more, for something that has been omitted excites but disgust when called in memory. समूलम एतत् परिदाय्यवन्नि सदात्मने ब्रह्मणि निर्विकल्पे ततः स्वयं नित्य विशुद्ध बोधानंदात्मना तिष्ठति विद्वरिष्ठा. Burning all this with its very root in the fire of Brahman, the eternal and absolute self, the truly wise man thereafter remains alone as the Atman, the eternal pure knowledge and bliss. burning. Something has to do. Now, first time the word prarabdha comes here. Prarabdha sutra gratitam shariram prayatu va tishtatu gorivasrak na tat puna pashyati tattvavetta anandatmani brahmani lina vritti. Now, the knower of truth does no more care whether this body spun out by the threads of prarabdha work falls or remains, like the garland on a cow. For his mind functions are at rest in the Brahman, the essence of bliss. What is this prarabdha? We have, whatever we do, in any birth, in human birth, goes on getting stored up in a huge store called the Sanchita Karma. Now, that is one store. Out of this Sanchita Karma, something which was very prominent in our last birth or the cumulative births comes at the end of our last life. And that makes this body. So, there is a momentum at the birth. At the birth itself, there is a body and there is a momentum in the body. Now, suppose we get knowledge, we have no connection with the body, but the body moves under that momentum. So, till the momentum exhausts, the body remains. This is the concept of prarabdha. Now, prarabdha has made the body. So whether the body remains or falls, the man of realization has nothing to do with this. So here, in a way, we are getting the man of realization. He is not doing anything now. He is a man of realization. Body is under the sway of the momentum of the prarabdha. So whether the body remains or falls, he has nothing to do. Example given is a garland we put in the cow's neck. Cow has no awareness of that garland. Whether the garland is there or falls away, the cow is never concerned. So a direct example of this world is given where the awareness is the main. The man's awareness has completely merged in Brahman. So he is not aware of anything of this world. And so the prarabdha under the sway of that momentum may remain, may not remain. He has no concern with that. That much statement is made here about the prarabdha being the momentum from the past birth. And why we are in the body? Because we have many desires. We are in the body because we are attached to certain persons. Sometimes we have to fulfill our desires, sometimes we have to fulfill their desires through our body. So that is absent in the Brahmajna. Brahmajna has no I consciousness. Brahmajna has no my consciousness. Therefore, Akhandanandam Atmanam Vijnaya Swaswarupatah Kim icchan kasya va hetor deham pushnati tattvavit. Why should a man nourish his body when he has no I, when he has no mind, when he has known the Akhandananda Atman as his own real self, as himself? Sansiddhasya phalam tvetat jivan muktasya yoginah Bhairanta Sadananda Rasaswadanam Atmani. Here the first time the word Jivan Mukta comes. So Jivan Mukta and Prarabdha are best dealt with here in this passage of Vivek Chudamani. The yogin who has attained perfection, and is liberated in life. That means body may remain, but he is liberated. That is what that quotation of Chandogya meant in the 6th chapter. Liberated in life gets this as a result. He enjoys eternal bliss in his mind internally as well as externally. So whatever he sees, perceives and all that is made of Brahmananda. Yaduttarottara bhava पूर्वंतु निष्फलम निवृत्ति परमातृप्तिर आनंदो अनुपम सता. Oh no. वैराग्यस्य फलम बोधस्य उपरति फलम स्वानंदानुभवात् शांति एषैव उपरते फलम. The result of dispassion is knowledge. The result of knowledge is withdrawal from sense pleasures. Withdrawal from sense pleasures leads to experience of the bliss of the self. From there follows peace. So in these steps he has been described. Now he says, if there is an absence of the succeeding stages, the preceding ones are futile. Understood? If vairagya has not led to knowledge, then that vairagya has no meaning. If knowledge has not led to withdrawal from sense pleasure, then that knowledge is futile. If withdrawal from sense pleasures has not led to the experience of bliss of the self, then that withdrawal from sense organs has no meaning. And experience of the bliss of the self has not led to absolute peace, then that experience of the absolute self has no meaning. So, the direction of change is shown. Drishta dukkheshu anudvego vidyaya prastutam phalam yat krutam bhranti velayam nana karma jugupsitam paschannaro vivekena tat katham kartum arhasi. Now this is about the karma done by a jnani. Sanchita karma we have dealt with. Now there is a karma done by the jnani. About that he said that is the result of knowledge. If in dream you have done something bad, after waking up, why your mind should go to that? It will not go. So this dream of the world, when it breaks, you wake up in your original nature, you will never do the bad, evil work done here. So that takes care of the future karma. We can never do any bad work after man of realization. After realization, we cannot do any work which will affect our future life. So that takes care of kriyamana karma. Now, vidya phalam syad asato nivrutti pravrutti radjnana phalam tadikshitam तज्ञाज्ञयोर यन मृग तृष्णिकादौ नो चेद विदम दृष्ट फलम किमस्मात्. So again and again he shows, if it is not like that, your knowledge is not correct. The result of knowledge should be the turning away from unreal things, while attachment to these is the result of ignorance. This is observed in the case of one who knows a mirage and thinks of that sort, and one who does not. Otherwise, what other tangible result do the knowers of Brahman obtain? Tangible results in this life. Again and again, Jivan Mukti is being stressed. Ajnana hridaya granther vinasho yadi asheshata anichor vishaya kimnu pravrutte karanam sata. If the heart's knot of ignorance is totally destroyed. What natural cause can there be for inducing such a man to selfish action? The man who is averse to sense pleasures. So here, selfish action is not possible. No bad action is possible. No selfish action is possible. That means Nishiddha karma, Kamya karma, they are ruled out for a man of realization. Vasana-nudayo bhogye vairagyasya tadavadi aham bhavo daya bhavo bodhasya paramavadi lina vrittir anutpattir maryado paratestu sa. Same thing stated in different way. When the sense objects excite, no more desire. There is no object for him. Everything is Brahman. So, apparent sense objects excite no more desire. Then is the culmination of dispassion. This is where Vairagya leads to. The extreme perfection of knowledge is the absence of any impulsion of the egotistic idea. We have an egoistic idea. I am this body. That is ego. Now, when the perfection of knowledge is gained, this goes away. I am not this body. What I am Brahman. And the limit of self-withdrawal. So this is self-withdrawal. And the limit of self-withdrawal is reached when the mind functions that have been merged appear no more. Mental wave goes away in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Brahma, so everything is brought back to that Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Brahmakarataya sada sitataya nirmukta bhayyarthadir anya vedita bhogya bhoga kalano nidra luvat balavat swapna lokita lokavat jagadidam pashyan kvachil labdadir aste kaschidananta punya phalabhuk danyasya manyo bhogi. Freed from all sense of reality of the external sense objects on account of his always remaining merged in Brahman, only seeming to enjoy such sense objects are offered by others. His life is being described. People offer him some objects. It appears as if he has taken it. Like one sleepy or like a child without ego. Beholding this world as one seen in dreams, that's what he sees. And having cognition of it at chance moments, rare indeed it is such a man, the enjoyer of the fruits of endless merit, and he alone is blessed and esteemed on earth. This is called Sthita Prajna of the Gita. Sthita Prajno yatirayam yas sadanandam ashnute brahmanyeva vilinatma nirvikaro vinishkriyaha. That sannyasin has got a steady illumination, who having his soul wholly merged in Brahman, enjoys eternal bliss in changeless and free from activity. That man is changeless and free from activity. No ego, no karta aham. Brahmatmano shodhitayor eka bhava avagahini nirvikalpa cha chinmatra vritti pragyati kalpate susthita sau bhavedyasya sthita prajnasya uchyate. So sthita prajna is defined here. That kind of mental function which cognizes only the identity of the self and Brahman. Mental function, it cognizes only the identity, purified of all adjuncts, no adjuncts, which is free from duality and which concerns itself only with the pure intelligence. Consciousness is called illumination, that is knowledge. He who has this perfectly steady is called a man of steady illumination. Now the word Jivan Mukta will come from here. Yasya sthita bhavet prajna yasya nando nirantara prapancho vismruta prayasa Jivan Mukta ishyate. He whose illumination is steady, who has constant bliss, and who has almost forgotten the phenomenal universe, Almost forgotten means he may experience, but that is not real. So Jivan Mukta Ishyate, and who has almost forgotten the phenomenal universe is accepted as a man liberated in this very life. Lina dhirapi jagarti, jagrat dharma vivarjita, bodho nirvasano yasya, sa jivan mukta ishyate. He who, even having his mind merged in Brahman, is nevertheless quite alert. Merged in Brahman, but quite alert, but free at the same time from the characteristics of the waking state. He has woken up from the dream of the world. But in ordinary waking state, he is distracted. That is not there. And whose realization is free from desire, main thing. No desire is accepted as a man liberated in life. Shanta sansara kalana, kalavanapi nishkala, yasya chittam vinishchintam sajivan mukta ishyate. He whose cares about the phenomenal state have been appeased, who, though possessed of a body consisting of parts, is yet devoid of parts, because he has no connection with that body, and whose mind is free from anxiety, whether die or live, is accepted, is a man liberated in life. Vartamanepi dehesmin chayavad anuvartini ahanta mamata bhavo jivan muktasya lakshanam. So main thing is ahanta mamata abhavo. Ahanta mamata abhavo. I and my is absent. The absence of the ideas of I and mine, even in this existing body, which follows as a shadow, is the characteristic of one liberated in life. Follows like a shadow. We are not concerned with our shadow. Atitan anusandhanam bhavishyad avicharanam audasinyam api praptam jivan muktasya lakshanam. Not dwelling on enjoyments of the past. Not dwelling on the enjoyments of the past. Taking no thought for the future and looking with indifference upon the present. Present he looks, but he is indifferent. There is no future for him. Everything is present. And distinct by nature from one another, no. They are characteristics of one liberated in life. Guna dosha vishishtesmin svabhavena vilakshane sarvatra samadarshitvam jivan muktasya lakshanam. Looking everywhere with an eye of equality in this world. No bad or good for him in the world. Full of elements possessing merits and demerits. Elements possessing merits and demerits in this world. And distinct by nature from one another. All this is about the world. He has eye of equality in this world. Is a characteristics of one liberated in life. We are coming to where we want to, but let us be firm about the man of knowledge. Ishta-nishtartha sampraptau samadarshate atmani ubhayatra avikaritvam jivan muktasya lakshanam. And now all this is not applicable to that Shandilya Vidya. When things pleasant or painful present themselves, things may be pleasant or painful present themselves to remain unruffled in mind. In both cases, through the sameness of attitude is a characteristic of one liberated in life. Things outside may be anything, but characteristic of the mind is sameness. Brahman. Brahmananda rasa swada asakta chitta tayayate antar bahir avidnanam jivan muktasya lakshanam. Antar bahir avidnanam, the absence of all ideas of interior or exterior, mental or in the world. In the case of a sannyasin, owing to his mind being engrossed in tasting the bliss of Brahman, is a characteristic of one liberated in life. देहेन्द्रियादौ कर्तव्ये मम अहम भाववर्जिता औदासीन्येन यस्तिष्ठेत् स जीवन्मुक्त लक्षणा. He who lives unconcerned, devoid of all ideas of I and mine with regard to the body, organs and the like, as well to his duties. So duties, he has no idea of I and mine. He is known as man liberated in life. So he may be active, apparently. He may be active, apparently, but he has no sense of duty. He has no I and mine. विज्ञात आत्मनो यस्य ब्रह्म भाव श्रुतेर बलात् भवबंध विनिर्मुक्ता स जीवन मुक्त लक्षणा. He who has realized his Brahmanhood, aided by the scriptures, and is free from the bondage of transmigration, is known as a man of liberated in life. Dehe indriyeshu aham bhava idam bhavastadanyake yasya no bhavata kvapi sa jivan mukta uchyate. He who has never had the idea of I with regard to the body, organs and the like, nor that of it in respect of things other than these, is accepted as one liberated in life. All is Brahman only, or non-existent. न प्रत्येक ब्रह्मणोर भेदम कदापि ब्रह्म सर्गयो प्रज्ञया उजानाति सजीवन मुक्त लक्षण. He who through his illumination never differentiates the Jiva and Brahman, nor the universe and Brahman, is known as a man liberated in life. What? Somebody is talking? Never differentiate the Jiva and Brahman. Sadhuvi pujyamanesmin, the external life. Sadhuvi pujyamanesmin, pidyamanepi durjanai, samabhavo bhavedyasya sa jivan mukta. So actual life is being described. He who feels just the same when his body is either worshipped by the good or tormented by the wicked is known as a man of liberation in life. यत्र प्रविष्टा विषया प्रेरिता नदी प्रवाह इव वारिराशिव लिनन्ति सन्मात्र तयान विक्रियाम उत्पादयन्तेश यतिर्विमुक्ता. The sannyasi in whom the sense object directed by others, people will send food to him, this to him, give gifts to him. So sense objects directed by others, what happens to them? Are engulfed like flowing rivers in the sea. They got lost in the sea. They do not produce any reaction. They get lost in the sea of Brahman and produce no change, owing to his identity with the existence absolute, is indeed liberated. Now, little विज्ञात ब्रह्म तत्वस्य यथा पूर्वम न संस्कृति अस्ति चेद न स विज्ञात ब्रह्म भावो बहिर्मुखा. For one who has realized the truth of Brahman, there is no more attachment to the sense objects as before. If there is, that man has not realized identity with Brahman, but is one whose senses are outgoing in their tendency. Now, one important point is being told. Prachina vasana vegat asau sansarati iti chet na sadekatva vijnanat mandi bhavati vasana. Now this is that prarabdha momentum. If it be urged that is still attached to the sense object through the moment of his old desires, momentum, the reply is no. For desires get weakened, they lose their power through the realization of one's identity with Brahman. So, no power. Atyanta kamukasyapi vritti kuntati matari Tathaiva Brahmani Jnate Purnanande Manishina is an example. Now comes the Prarabdha is talked of. Then there has to be Prarabdha. Then it is for whom? This is the place where I want to present to you. We have become sure of the man of perfect knowledge. Now there is another person. That person in technical language is called Jnana Nishtha. He has felt Brahman. He can have consciousness of Brahman. But other things are still present in his mind. Understood? So he is still a sadhak. Though by the momentum of his Aham Brahmasmi, he will reach the goal. But now at present, he is Nididhyasana Shik. Now go back to Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, where Yajnavalkya tells Maitreyi, Atma vayare drashtavya. Atma should be realized. How? Shrotavyo, mantavyo, nididhyasitavya, eva mahare drashtavya. He has to be heard. Dharana comes. He has to be well thought of. That dharana becomes form. And then he should do nididhyasan. So this nididhyasan is not ordinary meditation. Ordinary meditation, Shandilya Vidya. This nididhyasan, the Brahman concept arises, but has not yet been fully realized. This one should understand. One has felt Brahman, but other sanskaras are still there. Then, what to do? Sri Ramakrishna told Turiyananda, hold on to that. Hold on to that Brahman. Who can hold? One who has experienced Brahman only can hold. Otherwise, how you can hold Brahman? So through Shravana and Nidhi Manan, Brahman has come in you as a matter of experience, but there is no realization. Experience has not become permanently real. Experience is there, but other experiences also are coming in between due to Prarabdha Veg or whatever you like to call it. Understood? So, what he does? Nididhyasana Shil. That means his habit. He is not doing anything else. He holds on to that Brahman experience and removes the objects which come in his mind. Removes any ideas which come in his mind, whether the body, mind, indriyas, external world, these sanskaras are still there. So these sanskaras, the momentum of the prarabdha karma is working. Here, it is working. And he has to drive them out. Nididhyasana shilasya bhaya pratyaya ikshate. We see, he also says that the external feelings are still there. External feelings are still there, though he has got the experience of Brahman. This should be very clear in mind. It is not mathematics. He does not jump into Brahman. That comes at the last step. Till then, he experiences Brahman, but other ideas also are coming. Braviti shruti retasya prarabdam phaladarshanat. So, Vedas tell prarabdha about such a man. Why those things are coming? Prarabdha. Momentum is there. So, we say that prarabdha will work in him. Tavadeva chiram is for this man. That sentence, Tavadeva chiram, is for such a man. My Guruji used to call it unrealized realization. Realization, but not yet fully realized. This state, please visualize that Brahman, I am feeling. I am feeling, I am not body. I am not India, I am not mind, I am Brahman. And yet, I am body, I am mind, I am Indriyas, I see the external world. These ideas do come. Because that I am Brahman is not yet firm in his life. And up till now, during Jivan Mukta, it is shown that by the force of Nirvikalpa Samadhi, he has become permanently established in that. So that is the difference. Understood now? The talk of Prarabdha is there in Vedas. For whom? For one who is Jnana Nishtha. This Jnana Nishtha, according to Gita, Nishtha Jnanasya ya para. When Jnana Nishtha will reach perfection, then that is the final Jnana. So, how he will reach? According to Gita, by love of God. By love of God, this Jnana Nishtha will culminate into Brahma Jnana. That is nicely discussed in the Bhagavad Gita. Here, till then, he has to follow Prarabdha. Now, so this is the point. Now, this 445, this was. सुखादि अनुभवो यावत् तावत् प्रारब्धमिष्यते फलोदया क्रिया पूर्वो निष्क्रियो नहि कुत्रचित्. So he experiences pleasure and pain. He experiences pleasure and pain. So long as we should say he is under the sway of the prarabdha. We have been already told that when he realizes Brahman, there is no pleasure or pain. All is Brahmananda. No pleasure or pain. So long as he experiences pleasure or pain, it cannot be without the result of an action. Pleasure and pain are always the result of punya pap. So it has to be the result of action. We do not say any result without any action. So that action of the prarabdha is working on him. Tavat prarabdha mishyate. Till then we shall talk of his prarabdha. Tasya tavadeva chiram is this man. Aham brahmeti vijnanat kalpakoti shatarjitam sanchitam vilayam yati prabodhat swapna karmavat. So, what is working in him? Aham Brahma is his knowledge, experiential knowledge. So now, hundreds of past births, crores of past births, he might have done work, but that is all during Ajnana. He did not know, I am Brahman, and so he was doing karma. That is called Sanchita karma. Now, like a work done in dream, because it was in ignorance. So it is like work in a dream. When we wake up, how shall we get connected with the work done in the dream? So these are the arguments to say that Sanchita karma has gone. All the Sanchita karma has gone. Yat krutam swapna velayam punyam va papamulbanam supto titasya kintasyat Swargaya Narakaya va. What he had done in dream, going to heaven, going to hell. When he wakes up, where is that heaven and hell? Swam asangam udasinam parijnaya nabho yatha na shlishyati chayat kinchit kadachit bhavi karma bhi. Now, that karma which will be done from after knowledge, about that he is talking now. Realizing the Atman, which is unattached and indifferent like the sky, the aspirant is never attached in the least by actions yet to be done. So some actions are going on, but he has no doership now. So it is not attached to them. All the attachment is the doership, that is gone. No nabho ghata yogena suragandena lipyate. Tathatmopadi yogena taddharmaineva lipyate. Sky is not get the qualities of the jar in which we see the sky, nor the smell of wine if it is there in the air or in the jar. No. Sky has nothing to do. Space has nothing to do. Similarly, Upadhi Yogena, that means body, mind, Indriyas, the Atman is not contaminated in the future life. Jnanodayat Purarabdam. Now, the work done in this life before knowledge is taken. Jnanodayat Purarabdam Karma Jnana na nashyati adatva safalam laksham uddishyo srishta banavat. Prarabdha again is taken. This all for nididhyasana sheel, mind you. Mind you, this is all for the nididhyasana sheel, the jnana nishtha. What happens? Through an example, there is no reason. Through an example, it is exemplified. Suppose a man has arrows in his quiver. One arrow he has attached to the bow, and one arrow he has just shot. So what will happen to the arrow he has shot? It will definitely hit the target. But what will happen to the arrow he has put on the bow? He will not hit it. Why? The next shloka says, Vyagra buddhya vinirmukto vana pasyattu gomato na tishtati chinatteva laksham vegena nirvaram. Now he had an idea that a tiger is there. And so he wanted to kill the tiger. So he has left that arrow. Now he has attached another arrow. But he knows it is not tiger, it is cow. He does not want to kill it. But what will happen to the arrow which he has already sent? It will hit the target. That arrow which is on the bow and that arrow which is in the quiver can be withdrawn. So, Prarabdha is exemplified by this example. It does not prove Prarabdha. But for a nididhyasana-sheel, Prarabdha is there because he has still the momentum of other desires. Because he is still experiencing other waves. Though he is going to win, because the Aham Brahmasmi knowledge is stronger than any ignorant wave. Because he has got hold of Aham Brahmasmi, though other things may be coming, but Aham Brahmasmi is more powerful than all so-called false waves. He knows they are false, but they are coming. So, he conquers all of them by Aham Brahmasmi. But till then, the body is subject to Prarabdha. Now, in the next shloka, first two lines will describe this nididhyasana sheel, and the answer will be given in the next two lines about the man of perfect knowledge. Prarabdham balavattaram khalu vidam bhogena tasya kshaya samyak jnana huta shanena vilaya prak sanchita agaminam. Sanchita agaminam are burnt by his knowledge, but even for a man of knowledge, jnanishta, nididhyasana-sheel, Prarabdha will go away only by experiencing it. Momentum will go away only when it gets exhausted, because that momentum had made that body. Clear? Now answer. Brahmatmaikyam aveksha, Brahmatmaikyam aveksha tanmayataya, ye sarvada sanstita, tesham tatritayam nai, kochidapi brahma ivate nirgunam. Now who has permanently established in Brahman all the three, Sanchita, Agami and Prarabdha, are not there for them. They are the Nirguna Brahma themselves. Work cannot reach there. So, here everything is made clear. That man, tasya tavadeva chiram, time sense is there because Prarabdha is working in him. He is nididhyasana-sheel. But because the Aham Brahmasmi is very strong, other things will not remain. Now here, in the Shandilya Vidya, Aham Brahmasmi is not identity. It is only a union. So here the difference is real. There apparently appears to be a difference because it has not yet culminated. But the force is such. So real consciousness, not fully real consciousness. Consciousness of unity. I remain. I am one with Brahman. That is Shandilya Vidya. And I am not there. I am Brahman. That is the absolute perfection. Now that has come as an idea. For him, Prarabdha is there. But by the time he leaves his body, Aham Brahmasmi has taken over. Aham Brahmasmi has taken over. The body was moving by Prarabdha. If a man gets full knowledge, Jivan Mukta, then he may accept that Prarabdha, he may not accept that Prarabdha. That Shankar tells now. Upadhi tadatma vihina kevala brahmatmana ivatmani tishtato mune prarabdha sadbhava kathana yukta swapnartha sambandha katheva jagrata. So if you have full knowledge, there is no talk of Prarabdha. Where will it work? Prarabdha was working in partial ignorance. Now you don't have that. So Prarabdha, even the talk of Prarabdha is useless. Understood? Nahi prabuddha pratibhasa dehe dehopi yoginyapi cha prapanche karoti ahantam mamatam idantam kintu swayam tishtati jagarena. Same thing. My, this is not there. The man who has awakened from sleep never has any idea of I or mine with regard to his dream body and the dream objects that minister to that body, but lives quite awake as his own self. न तस्य मिथ्यार्थ समर्थनेच्छा न संग्रहस्थ जगतोपि दृष्टा तत्र अनुवृत्तिर यदि चेन्मृषार्थे न निद्रया मुक्ति इतिष्यते ध्रुवम. He has no desire to substantiate the unreal objects, nor is he seen to maintain that dream world. If he still clings to those unreal objects, he is emphatically declared to be not yet free from sleep. He is still dreaming. Tadvat pare brahmani vartamana sadatmana tishtati nanda dikshate smurtir yatha swapna vilokitarte tatha vida prashana mochanadau. Similarly, who is absorbed in Brahman lives identified with that eternal reality and beholds nothing else. As one has a memory of the object seen in a dream, so the man of realization has a memory of everything, actions such as eating or giving up. Karmana nirmito deha prarabdam tasya kalpatam nanaderatmano yuktam naivatma karma nirmita. The body has been fashioned by karma, so one may imagine prarabdha work with reference to it. One may imagine, but he will condemn that also. But it is not reasonable to attribute the same to the Atman, for the Atman is never the outcome of work. Ajo nitya shashvata iti brute shruti ramogava tadatmano tishtatosya kuta prarabdha kalpana. His Atman is ajo nitya shashvata. That is what Shruti is telling of unfailing talk. And in that Atman is staying. So where is the prarabdha working? Prarabdham siddhati tada yada deha atmana sthiti deha atma bhavo naiveshta prarabdham tajjata mata. Give up the talk of prarabdha. Prarabdha is proved only when you are the body. And you are the body is not there in the Brahmajna. So give up the talk of prarabdha. Now body you are telling. So body will remain. Surely. He said, no. Body he may take or he may give up. Sharirasyapi prarabdha kalpana bhrantirevahi. Adhyastasya kuta sattvam asatvasya kuto jani ajatasya kuto nasha prarabdham asata kuta. You are making an idea of prarabdha about the body. It is also bhranti. The body itself is seen in bhranti. It is superimposed on Atman. So, even to think that body is born for a man of knowledge is unreal. And unreal how it will be born, unreal how it will be destroyed. So, on this unreal body, how prarabdha will work? The meaning is that if it works on prarabdha, I can accept it or I can reject it because I am Brahman. That is the most important part. Jnanena jnana karyasya samulasya layo yadi tishtati ayam katham deham iti shankavato jadan samadatum vahyadrishtya prarabdham vadati shruti natu deha adi satyatva bodhanaya vipashyita. Now, another idea of prarabdha is body has prarabdha and the Vidwan does not give it up. So, people will say how the body is working. For such ignorant people, because they are seeing the body, for such ignorant people, Shruti talks of prarabdha. So, understood, completed idea that even Jnani may be seen continuing in the body. He does not will it to drop off. Let it live. Let it drop off. So, for such people, ignorant people will ask how the body is continuing, how he is still in the body. Tasya tavadeva chiram. So, to that explain, for the Ajnani people, Shruti talks of prarabdha. The Shruti talk of prarabdha does not prove that he is attached to the body, that his body is real. No. For explaining to the Ajnani Jana, Shruti talk. So clear idea? For Nididhasanashil, prarabdha is there. For a full Jnani, it may seem on the body prarabdha, but he has no connection with it. He may drop the body any moment. So, Paripurnamanadyantam aparmayam avikriyam ekameva dvayam brahma neha nanasti kinchana. For here also there is no difference in him. I think the idea of prarabdha is complete now. For a Jnani also, because body lives, he may retain it, he may give it up, but the body appears. So people, ignorant people ask how the body is continuing. To reply to them, Shruti says prarabdha. And for Nididhasanashil, prarabdha is definitely there. But that also will be overpowered by his Aham Brahmasmi Vritti before he dies. At the time of death, nothing will remain in him. Only Aham Brahmasmi will remain. When Aham Brahma, when other perceptions will be exhausted, then only his body will fall. Body is running under prarabdha. So other thoughts are coming. Now, when prarabdha, which has defined this body, will exhaust, then how other thoughts will be coming? Aham Brahmatma is powerful. Other thoughts are coming, result of prarabdha. But if prarabdha gets exhausted, then only the body will fall. So that is the meaning of tasya tavadeva chiram, till the body falls. Why? Because the body will fall only when the prarabdha gets exhausted. And all other karmas have been washed out by his Brahmasmi. So that is the Jivan Mukti. Videha Mukti. That is called Videha Mukti. He has been liberated because of his knowledge. But final non-birth will come at the point of death. For Nididhyasana Shil. Prarabdha is working. But it will complete it, then only he will die. For a man of full knowledge, let it be there, let it go, let it, he is not caring. He has nothing to do with it. So, I think this topic was raised that now difference is there. In Shandilya Vidya, the whole substance can be by single sentence, that in this, the transcendental Brahma has not been described. And without that transcendental Brahman, the full identity does not take place. So long as it is Saguna Brahma, I am there. And I am united with him. All the Vaishnavas, Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya, Sayujya, you are united with him, not identified. So that is the full explanation given only beautifully in Vivek Chudamani, exemplified by the arrow. There also, idea has changed. It is not a tiger. So, all these, I think, it was due that in this very class of Chandogya, the topic raised must be clarified. So, next time, we still are in the dark. Okay? Om Apyayantu mamangani vak pranash chakshu shrotramatho balam indriyani cha sarvani sarvam brahma upanishadam maham brahma nirakuryam ma brahma nirakarot anirakaranam me astu tadatmani nirate upanishadsu dharma te mahi santu om shanti 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 हरि ओम तत्सत श्री राम कृष्णार्पणमस्तु।